Hi friends, this is Seth of the Cygnus LPs, and today we are doing some more Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, where we are still in the first chamber, but we are making progress. As you can see, we have quite a few gems and relics under our belt, and we will soon have wizards and lizards under our belt as well. This is wizards and... well, no, because there's something special in wizard and lizards. But we won't get it right now. You'll see what I mean later. You'll see a lot of things later, because, you know, I doubt you're suddenly gonna go blind within 2 seconds, and if for some reason you do, well, I'm really sorry. That was kind of not my fault at all, but I'm just kidding, guys. So anywho, so what's up around here? We have knights in not so shining but very fantastical armor, and wizards, but there are no lizards. This is totally a ripoff. Let's just... yes, you can do this. I forgot to point this out. If you press X, or I'm not sure what button it is on the PlayStation, but on GameCube it's X, and run at the same time, you'll do a slide attack, which will both deal, you know, like, as much... it's just like a spin, basically, only it slides. It could also slide under things. It can hit low boxes without hitting higher boxes, etc., etc. Pretty useful, especially with these guys who are like, well, I have such a small shield, I bet it's gonna block everything that ever existed. So yeah, here we have a bonus level. This is going to be a pretty standard bonus level, and we're not going to have to talk much about it, because you guys will basically see how it unrolls right here, right now. So, did I miss a box over there? No, I just missed an apple. Stupid apples trying to make me think they're boxes. You're not important. Go die. They're not actually called apples, just to be informative. They're actually called the Wumpa fruits. They're supposed to be a mix between mangoes and apples. But they're apples. Let's just call them apples. I mean, they don't really look like apples once you think about it. They look more like peaches than anything, but they're apples. Let's just say that. So anywho, we can break these, get up here, grab Crash's face, because everyone knows Crash's face makes you be able to die a few more times. So if you know, if you're planning on dying anytime soon, get Crash's face to help you out. It'll save you a lot of trouble, and we can get that there. That's what you're gonna want to do. And we're done the bonus level. So, if any of you are wondering why I chose to LP this game first, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. This is actually the first video game I have ever played on a TV console, I should say, on a major console. I first played it on the PlayStation or PlayStation 2, and oh my god, there's a freaking giant dinosaur! Well, dinosaur, it's obviously lizard. Oh, I guess we found the lizard, guys. This is the dragon of wizards and lizards. Of course, it's not a lizard, it's a freaking dragon, but they forgot to mention that, of course. I want that. Yes, I want the Go-Go. So yes, I played this on the PlayStation back when, well, I think it was my parents rented a PlayStation, and I played it, and then I liked it so much, I was like, I want a PlayStation, and I want this game with it. And then eventually, they got me a GameCube, and I was all disappointed, but then they were like, but no, the game comes on GameCube, and I'm like, oh my god, and then from then on, I fell in love with Nintendo, because GameCube had pretty good games. What? What? I had 2 masks, buddy, that's not cool. Oh, by the way, you don't want to miss any boxes while you're fleeing the dragon. I think the dragon might break the boxes on his way if they're in his way, but you just to be sure, I mean. Don't take my word for it. I'm not going to try it out myself because I don't want to do this more than I have to, especially since it's not that hard to get. What the heck? Ugh. It may not be that hard to get the boxes, but it sure friggin' is hard to not fall into the pit. Jeez. Okay, so we're going to want to jump over these nitros. Nitros are bad for your soul, and also for your feet, or whatever part of you explodes when you touch a nitro. Well, I don't know if there's a part of you that explodes first. So yeah, and now we are here. The dragon will not follow you from here on out, I'm pretty sure anyways. If it did, that would be news to me. I was not aware of this Easter egg prior to this recording. But no, I'm pretty sure that doesn't have... oh, well, I didn't even know that was a changing box, but apparently it is. Yeah, I haven't touched on those changing boxes yet, but if you see a box that just changes faces, A, it'll always go in order, and B, there's a death stage here, which we failed to get. That's okay, I was going for it anyways. But yeah, those boxes that change, you want to destroy them while they're changing. Even if you get a blank, it doesn't really matter, because you want to destroy them early, or else they'll turn into a metal box. If they start spinning too fast, they'll start changing faster, I should say. Anyways, if you get this, it'll blow them all up, because it blows up the nitros behind them. And yes, that has been Wizards and Lizards, guys, and yeah, I picked up the... I hope I picked up the power crystal. That just seems like the kind of thing I would forget picking up, because I have horrible memory or some crap like that. But yes, geez, this is a long loading screen. That's what I said. These loading screens get long. I don't know why I'm not going to cut them out. I am going to cut them out. What? His face turned black. His face. Was it ever not black? I should look in the other recordings. I never notice. Yeah, so it's time for a time trial. Yes, that's what's happening here.
Oh, I'm going to shake, rattle, and roll your Bandicoot butt.
All right, rock and roll. Yeah. No. Anyways, yeah. He wants to start a rock band with us, apparently. So I'd be cool with that. I'll play the drums for you, or I'll pretend I can play guitar if that's what you want. So, any second now. Thank you. You'll see instances like this where you'll have the time trial thing, and you'll have a box right behind. It's a good idea to not break the box, because often you'll grab it, and okay, it didn't happen there, but sometimes you don't want to break the box at the beginning, because they'll turn into time boxes that you can use to your advantage. Don't overthink this, just friggin' spin, not spin, I don't know what that would be called, crouch slide or just slide or something. So here's an instance of a time trial. This is a type of time trial level in this that doesn't really make sense to me. It's the type of time trial level where you have something like this where you have to escape from a friggin' dragon that's trying to kill you. The reason it doesn't make sense to me is because you already have to go as fast as you possibly can to avoid getting killed by the dragon, so I mean, what's the point of having a time trial? But that's just me. I don't know if anyone else thinks the same way, and I mean, there are parts of the level that you have to be fast, I mean, but it's a relatively short level, actually, dragon aside, so dragging aside, you know, it's a relatively short level where you can drag Crash Bandicoot along. I don't even know what I was going at with that, but what? You suck! Yes, and in time trials, there are no checkpoints. So if you fail hard. Alright, you know what, I'll just pretend this is still take 2. Pay no attention to the live counter, it lies. I did not die like 7 times at all. Oh, jeez. Anyways, so yeah. One thing, you're going to want to break all the time boxes, because you might think, well, the dragon steps on boxes and breaks them for you. It won't count as, you won't get the time bonus if the dragon breaks the time box. Just, if, that's the thing, in time trials, if anything but you breaks a time box, it's not going to count. Except, I think at the end, if you break nitros and there was a nitro near a time box, I think that counts for some reason. I'm not sure what factors into all this stuff, but yeah, you're just going to want to keep that in mind, I suppose. And just a few tips and tricks for the aspiring Crash Bandicoot Pro. Because, you know, you should totally learn how to be a Crash Bandicoot Pro from me. That's totally going to get you somewhere, considering, you know, I died so many times on the first levels. Ugh, whatever. We done, and, well, yeah, we're done. I think you need to get, well, I think we got a Sapphire at least, so that's not so bad. I am back, guys, from my 7 death streak. I think I died 7 times. I don't know how many times I died. Some of it was the stupidest thing, because I was looking at my computer to see how much time there was on this recording so far, and then I wasn't looking, and I was doing the dragon, because, you know, I thought it was a good idea to look at the computer while I was running the dragon race, and then I fell into a pit, and I was like, you did not just knock me into the pit! That's exactly what I did. You guys can be assured of that. So, level 5. I think we have time to do this one. Compactor Reactor. This is an interesting level. It actually has 2 gems, as you can see, but it has a pretty special second gem-ish. Well, it's actually not as special as the other second gems. I guess I will stop talking about that now, since I already told you guys I won't be. Did it freeze on the friggin' loading screen? Okay, well, there we go. Anyways, yeah, so here, yes, we're on a crash cart. You're going to want to follow the apples to get all the boxes, and it's not that hard. You can tilt left and right to get boxes that are out of your reach, or, incidentally, to dodge nitros. As you can see, there's a split path there. If you want to go on a split path, you just... No, I missed a friggin' box! Now I have to commit suicide. I'm a suicidal Bandicoot, and watch me friggin' tilt over in my cart. Crash, you suck at dying when I want you to. As I was saying, you can tilt left and right to get boxes, whatever. If you tilt the direction of a secret, a split path, you can go on that rail, like in this instance here, where you're going to want to go on this rail. But the thing about that is, if you do such a thing, you gotta beware that you don't die, because if you're tilted on the side of a nitro, you... Ah, damn, I missed another one! Alright, so I was getting a little sidetracked from what I wanted to say, but what I was trying to say is, though you can take split paths on these rails, you cannot go to split path that had the giant gem sign. But then you might be asking, well, how do you get the special gem? Well, we'll see in a bit. It would be pretty easy to explain right now, but I mean, I don't want to spoil it. Not that anyone who hasn't played Crash before would not know of these special happenings of which I speak. Whoa! Yes, thank you, grab that. Oh, jeez. This level has always given me trouble getting all the boxes, and no, it's not this one, never mind. Because there are a lot of levels that look the same in this game, that's one thing. Not the same, but they have the same, you know, theme to them. Like, as you can see, this is clearly some kind of factory-type crazy theme going on here. And here we can just bust this nitro, TNT, it's not a nitro, and it'll explode, and the chain reaction will explode the other box, and that will count towards dead boxes, because any box that is dead counts towards the dead boxes count, obviously. Jump up here, yes, there's nothing up there, we don't want to get all this. If a TNT, if you use those TNTs to destroy the box that gave you the extra life, the crash face box, you know, it would have not counted as an extra life, so keep that in mind as well. So here we have like this meteor factory. Why these guys are producing meteors, I have no idea. Maybe we will figure this out at a later date. Oh, would you look at that? We have a... Oh, geez, no, not this level. Yeah, is this... No, it's not this one. Okay, I thought this was another level. Yeah, there's another level much like this one that comes up later. It has... Well, you'll see when we get there. It's... The bonus level is just... The bonus level is a troll. Let's just leave it at that. So, let's just destroy these things. And no, we want to destroy the boxes, not bounce on them perpetually just because they have an arrow. So, apparently that's how boxes work, you know. If you have a box and it's just... looks like a normal box, it's like, okay, it's a normal box. But if a box has an arrow painted on it, it's not going to break as easy as all the other boxes evidently made up of the same material. No, that doesn't make sense, right? It has to obviously make you bounce. So yeah, these ones you want to time your bounces correctly. You can bounce on them 5 times before they break, so that's what you're going to want to do. Wait, count to 5, and then they'll break, and then just do that. And whoa, I don't want to die! Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to want to get that live before you actually hit that exclamation mark thing so that you don't, like, get TNT'd all over you. Yes, because getting TNT all over you is very bad. Well, so long as it doesn't explode, it's not so bad, because then you have an armor of TNT, and then you can, you know, kamikaze and stuff, but let's not dwell on that. Let's just continue on. Oh, would you look at that? We got a checkpoint. Checkpoints are good, and oh my god, there's friggin' things that are trying to crush me. This is Crash Bandicoot, not Crush Bandicoot. Silly games trying to lie to me. Let's... Yeah, these exclamation mark boxes, if you haven't gathered that yet, they make those frames of boxes turn into actual boxes. Oh, did you look at that? A live and an ooga-ooga, boom. Yeah, for the longest time I did not know he was called Aku Aku, even though I think they say it in the beginning cutscene. Well, sue me, I would skip the cutscene all the time. Jeez, I was just a kid. But yeah, his name is Aku Aku, except I've always maintained that I called him Ooga Ooga Bum, because that's the sound he makes when you open his box. He just goes, Ooga Ooga Bum. So yeah, you gotta do the whole 5 jump time thing again. Once you get 5 sets of apples, you know you're ready. So, we're gonna go to the edge here, step off lightly, bam! Here we are. And yeah, so we got our Ooga Ooga Bum protecting us. And that's probably what I'm gonna call him for most of the LP, because I don't know. I like calling him that, shut up. Aku Aku's such a boring name. Even though I don't know why he says it, because I'm pretty sure his, Uka Uka is the evil mask, and he is Aku Aku, and yet he says Ooga Ooga whenever he comes out of his little box. So I'm kind of confused. Is he just like war crying, Ooga Ooga, bum, you will pay for this? Yeah, he's saying, Ooga Ooga, you bum, you're gonna pay for this. That's essentially what's going on there. I keep going out on tangents and forgetting to cut out the friggin' loading screens. Jeez, whatever. I guess that'll do it for now. In the next episode, we will, well, we're forced to take on the boss, I suppose, Rumble in the Rocks. That's the thing. You often cannot get the relic if you're doing it if you're doing it in the order I'm doing it, where you go gem, you know, crystal relic, crystal relic, crystal relic. It kind of disrupts your pattern around the last one, because after you get all 5 crystals, you have to beat the boss before you can actually go back into any of the levels. So that's how that works. And yeah, so in the next episode we will obviously be taking on the boss, the first boss of the game. It's going to be an overall fun time, and after we do that, we will go back and get the final relic inside the, well, you know, that first chamber we were doing. So I'll see you guys then.